What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king. LadySpeech in the place to be, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world, and you're also choosing to share a little bit of time and space with me. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling this, and if you're feeling me, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notifications bell so you can keep up with my shenanigans. Hello, goodbye. I'm here for you anytime you press play, anytime you press replay. Now, let's get knee deep into this here video, shall we? Hey y'all, hey! So we're back with another installment of Ask LadySpeech. And today we are taking this question from TikTok. Shameless plug. If you have the TikTok app and you're looking for some quality content to follow, go ahead. Shameless plug. I encourage you, I invite you to follow moi. My TikTok is LadySpeech Sankova. That's right. Come on over there and follow me. We're having a good time. I've got about 66,000 friends the last time I checked on there. Join us, my sugar honey dumplings. Join us. You won't regret it, I promise. Now, let's get to the question, because that's why we're making this video and that's why you're here, to get the answer to this question. So the question that is on my TikTok that I will be answering today, I'm gonna read it twice. First time, listen up. What if all you know about your ancestors is that they were bad people, such as slave owners? Let me say it again. What if all you know about your ancestors is that they were bad people, such as slave owners? I've gotten this question a few times on TikTok. I speak about a lot of things on TikTok. I'm all over the place on TikTok and I love it, and that's how it's gonna stay. I get down in a lot of witchy aspects and educate in that capacity. I make some jokes. I display aspects of being a dominatrix. I do all kinds of stuff. I do all kinds of stuff. But this question has come up at least 7 different times in 7 different variations, and also being a healer that has been 20 years deep in the game, this is a question that I have, been asked a lot, and this is a question that I deal with a lot, because I've known for a long time that there's some recent ancestry within me that is slave owners. So this is a really good question. It's an important question for the colonizers. It's an important question for white people, and it's an important question for the colonized. Be you black indigenous, be you native indigenous, be you brown indigenous, you know what I'm saying? This is an important question for all of us to answer, because a lot of us have colonizer blood in our system. A lot of us have slave owner veins in our blood, and it's important that we work with that. So let's get into this answer. All right, y'all. The meat and potatoes of it all. It's time. So, the first point I want to make with this question is, and you're probably going to hear me say this more than a few times, and you probably have actually heard me say this in other videos, but I'm going to keep reiterating it because it is important and we need to drive the point all the way home, okay? First point is, you got to understand and know that you come from an ancestral lineage that is long. It is long. It is long. Most of us, when we think of taking on ancestral work, we think of the immediate ancestors, your mother, your father, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, people that you know, people who are about 2 to 3 generations, maybe 4 generations connected to you, and that's pretty much where a lot of people stop. Your ancestry is millennia deep. You gotta remember that your ancestry spans continents, countries, time periods, way back. way, way back. Your people go way, 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 way back. Why is this important? It's important because there is a full history standing behind you. It's important because you need to understand that you have an army of a lot of different type of people standing behind you. It's important for you to understand this so you understand and stop framing your ancestry as in this one thing. A lot of our ancestries, especially the ones who held slaves, were despicable people. They were bad people. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. A lot of us have ancestry. We are directly connected to people who colonized nations, who colonized worlds, who colonized people. A lot of us, all of us have people in our bloodline and our lineage who are in our immediate ancestry and our far back ancestry who are messed the hell up, okay? Who are messed all the way up. It's also important to understand that just like you have that in your lineage, you also have people in your lineage who were abolitionists. You have people in your lineage who were freedom fighters. You have people in your lineage who were unproblematic. You have people in your lineage who helped to create good space on this earth for other people. You have people in your lineage who fought back against things like colonialism, who worked to abolish slavery, who worked to abolish these oppressive systems, okay? When you understand that, when you know that, when you really move in that and take that into you on all levels, that is going to give you an anchor to help you deal with the despicable ones, okay? It's going to give you an anchor. It's going to give you a point to stand on. Understanding that A, your lineage is long, B, it did not begin with being colonized or colonizing will help you to really tackle that work with the colonizer blood, tackle that work with the colonizer ancestors, tackle that work with those despicable people inside of you. Not only do you have people who aren't that great in your lineage, you have people who want your highest good, who want and wish for and work for the highest good for all of humanity. Okay, so it's really super important, and I understand, I see that especially a lot of white people do not do a lot of ancestral work because they know that like their recent ancestry was pretty horrible to people of color specifically. They know that, and so they avoid doing that work. Why is it important for us to do this work, especially working with our colonized ancestors? I mentioned this in a video that I did a while ago that was about working with your colonized ancestors. You can find that in the magic playlist inside of my YouTube channel. But it's really, really important for us to do this ancestral work because good, bad, and ugly, and all the things in between, we carry the legacy, the memories, the trauma, the pain, the triumphs, the legacy of our ancestors in our DNA at the very least 7 generations back. Everything you do affects 7 generations forward. This is even something that science has discovered and backs up. They back up the fact that ancestral trauma lives in us. It's super, 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 super important for us to do this work so we can begin to unravel and heal and address these ancestral memories, and also to heal it so the generations moving forward don't have as much trauma and pain to deal with, okay? So the first thing is understanding and knowing that excuse me, your ancestors are millennial deep, that you have plenty of good ancestors that are going to help you and that want to help you deal with your colonizer and your despicable ancestors. To get personal for a second, I took a DNA test a while ago. It was a birthday present from a friend, like about 2 to 3, it was about like 3 years ago. In taking this DNA test, I had a lot of things that were confirmed. Where I am from, I had feelings about where I was from the whole time, and this was my ancestor speaking. The funny thing is though, before this ancestry test, I used to always joke, I make very specific jokes about things that I like that are attached to the white people in my bloodline. One of the things that I always joke about is the fact that I'm obsessive about tea. I have at least 1 cup of tea a day, if not more. I'm obsessive. If you invite me over your house and you have tea, don't even ask me. Just ask me what flavor and how I want to take it. I love tea so much. I always used to joke, them is them English ancestors inside of me. Them is the white people inside of me. And then I found out that I do have English ancestry. I laughed they laughed. I went to the ancestor altar and they fucking died. I died. We all died. It was a gag. I laughed. So here's the thing, like, even with that small thing, that is something that I'm sure there are other people in my bloodline who have enjoyed tea, but I definitely know that my English ancestors love the hell out of that. And I make that funny story to say, if I've gotten a love for tea that has been passed down through several generations, what else did I inherit from my ancestors? What else was passed down to me for several generations? There's a lot of issues that we're dealing with today that the root and the heart didn't even begin with you. They began with your ancestors. And these memories got passed down to you. It's super important that we work with the ancestors that were colonizers and slave owners, especially those of you who have white skin, who are white passing. All of us need to do this work, but especially those who have white skin and who are white passing. It's super important because not just the skin was passed down to you, huh? There are things, the root of these really destructive ideologies are often passed down. I can tell you this, the phenomena of anti-blackness is not just for non-black people. As a black person, I have dealt with a lot of internalized anti-blackness, and I continue to deal and heal my internalized anti-blackness. I know that a lot of this I got from society, the world I live in, and there's a lot of this that I got from my parents, from older black people who raised me in my community, and from the DNA that's in my blood. It's important for me to address this and heal this within me, not just for myself, but for the ancestors who this was originally planted in. So, to reiterate, point number 1, you don't only have slave owners in your bloodline. To talk directly, to speak directly to everybody else but to the person who asked the question. You don't only have slave owners in your bloodline. You have abolitionists in your bloodline too. You're gonna have to call on those ancestors to help you deal and heal the other ancestors. The next point is specifically for white people and white passing people. One of the biggest things that will help you in your ancestral work is abandoning whiteness. Let me say that again. Abandoning whiteness. Abandoning whiteness. What do I mean by that? Where is Whitelandia? Oh, it doesn't exist. When you identify as being white, what you end up doing is connecting yourself to privilege. You connect yourself to the legacy of colonialism, and you disconnect yourself from your ancestry. I don't have white ancestors. I have Scottish ancestors. I have Irish ancestors. I have English ancestors. I have Norwegian ancestors. I don't have white ancestors. Because of this, I'm able to understand their cultures. I am able to understand, and do research about how each of these individual groups became white. I'm able to understand what their story of colonization is, because some of those white ancestors were colonized by other white people. Some of those European ancestors were colonized by other European people. So when I abandon whiteness, when I identify them for what they are, I can begin to understand their story. I then begin to understand how those English ancestors became the colonizer ancestors over here. When you abandon whiteness, what you will be able to do is see how your people got to that. And that is a huge part of ancestral healing and ancestral work. Sometimes healing and working with those ancestors doesn't mean that you bring them into your everyday practice. What it means is that you begin to understand the story and how they became colonizers, so you can insert yourself in there and break those generational curses. That's what that means. So a huge part of this, especially if you know that a lot of your ancestors were slave owners or were conquistadors, were the original colonizers, one of the most important things that you can do is actually understand their story so that you can begin to use that information to dismantle systems that are present in this day that keep people oppressed. When you abandon whiteness, you can begin to actually understand the fullness of your people. And then we can begin to unravel in a very intricate way how we got to some of the ugly places we got in history. All right. First and foremost, thank you for participating. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. Gold star for you. Gold star. Gold star, gold star for you. Thank you for listening all the way through. I hope this was informative for you. Once again, I'm having such a good time doing this series. So, feel free to ask me questions. Ask me questions in the comments. Ask me questions here on this platform. Ask me questions on Facebook. If you follow my LadySpeech artist page, ask me questions on there under different statuses and all that good stuff. Ask me questions on TikTok like you guys have been doing. On Instagram, I take them from the comment sections of different videos. On TikTok, I answer the questions via video, so sometimes I'll just rip that question right from the video I made. This video is an example of that. I answered this question on my TikTok, but you only have 60 seconds, so I came over here. So my TikTok is LadySpeech Sankofa. My Twitter is LadySpeech. Ask me on there. My Facebook page is LadySpeech. Ask me on there. My Instagram is LadySpeech Sankofa. Ask me on there. I'll try to remember to put all of that in the description of this here video. And let me know in the comments if this was beneficial information for you. Give me a thumbs up if this was beneficial information for you, and then break down how this was beneficial information for you. I also want to just take the time to say that y'all keep it really cute in the comments, and I appreciate that. I do not mind if y'all disagree with me as long as you are respectful. Disrespect will be deleted, blocked, tolerated. I'm not giving it the energy that you want me to give it. I'm not giving it that energy. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm the child of some powerful people, and I'm talking spiritually. So starting things with me maliciously never ends well for the other party. I'm here for passionate debates. I'm here for disagreements. I'm here to grow. I'm here for conflicting arguments, but I'm not here for disrespect. So I haven't really had to deal with too many of that. I don't moderate the comments too much. I do delete spam, and I've literally only had to delete a couple of comments on my YouTube page because y'all have been really, really beautiful. So I appreciate that, and thank you very much. Again, if you benefited from this video, give me a thumbs up, break it down. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and give me a caterpillar in the comments, baby. If you are old here, give me a butterfly. Also, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this series. I'm still gonna do the series whether or not y'all enjoy it, because I'm having so much fun. But let me know. I do enjoy your feedback. I will take your feedback into account. I ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna stop, but I will take your other feedback into account. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. You know the drill. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling this, if you're feeling me, make sure you hit the like button, like button, like button, subscribe. Hit that subscribe, and then notifications bell, that notifications bell, press it. That way, I'm here for you anytime you press play, anytime you press replay. And on that note, I'm gonna let you go. You have yourself a good day, a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, a good middle of the night, a good week, a good moment, a good day, a good hour, a good whenever, year, whenever you're seeing this, have a good one. Have a really freaking fracking good one. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace!